What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into everything Dallas Cowboys. As always, we're here to break down the latest news, hot takes, and insider rumors about America's team. Today, we're tackling a question that's been making waves across Cowboys fandom. Should the Dallas Cowboys trade for Pittsburgh Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin and move on from Mike McCarthy? Before we dive in, take a moment to hit that like button if you love the Cowboys and want to see this team back on top. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an update during what's shaping up to be a wild offseason. Let's get into it. The Cowboys' 7-10 season has left a bitter taste in fans' mouths. Missing the playoffs is tough, especially for a team with this much talent. But what makes it even worse is the perception that the franchise is stuck in limbo. Mike McCarthy's status as head coach remains undecided. Jerry Jones has yet to make a call, leaving fans and the coaching staff twisting in the wind. This indecision isn't new. The Cowboys have a history of dragging their feet, from contract negotiations with Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb to coaching decisions. Meanwhile, the rumor mill is churning, and fans are buzzing about the idea of bringing in Mike Tomlin to replace McCarthy. Let's break this down with some cold, hard facts. Both McCarthy and Tomlin have been NFL head coaches for 18 seasons. Here's how they stack up. Mike McCarthy, winning percentage post 610, playoff record 11-11, Super Bowls won 2010. Coach of the Year awards, 1 losing seasons, 3. Mike Tomlin, winning percentage 630, playoff record 8-10, Super Bowls won 2008. Coach of the Year awards, 0, losing seasons, 0-0. At first glance, the two seem evenly matched. Tomlin has never had a losing season and is known for his ability to get the most out of his roster, even when it's less talented. On the other hand, McCarthy has a better playoff record and a more recent Super Bowl victory. So why are Cowboys fans clamoring for Tomlin? It boils down to a few key factors. 1. Leadership style. Tomlin is known for his fiery demeanor and commanding presence. His motivational press conferences and no-nonsense attitude resonate with fans who feel McCarthy lacks that same energy. 2. Consistency. Never having a losing season in 18 years is no small feat. Even in rebuilding years, Tomlin finds a way to keep his team competitive. 3. Perception versus reality. Fans perceive Tomlin as a coach who does more with less. The Steelers have had their fair share of quarterback issues, yet Tomlin has still managed to lead them to the playoffs. However, not everyone is sold on the idea of trading for Tomlin. Critics point out that his recent playoff record leaves much to be desired. In the last 4 playoff games, the Steelers have fallen behind by scores like 28-0 and 35-7. The team's early exits and late-season collapses have raised questions about Tomlin's ability to win when it matters most. Additionally, trading for a coach would likely require giving up draft capital, something the Cowboys can't afford to waste with key positions in need of upgrades. McCarthy hasn't won over all Cowboys fans, but he does have some key advantages. 1. Experience with the Cowboys roster. McCarthy has built relationships with players like Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. Starting fresh with a new coach could disrupt the team's chemistry. 2. Recent success in Green Bay. It's easy to forget that McCarthy is a Super Bowl winning coach with a track record of success. His playoff record speaks for itself, even if recent seasons haven't gone as planned. 3. Draft and develop philosophy. McCarthy has shown he can work with younger players, an essential skill as the Cowboys look to rebuild through the draft. NFL insider Adam Schefter recently stirred the pot by suggesting that teams might inquire about Tomlin's availability. There are teams wondering whether they should lob in a call to see if they can stir Pittsburgh's interest, Schefter said. While the Steelers aren't known for making rash decisions, the idea of trading Tomlin isn't entirely off the table. If Dallas were to make a move, it would likely require a hefty offer, potentially a first-round pick or multiple mid-round selections. The Cowboys' inability to make quick, decisive moves is becoming a running joke in the NFL. From letting McCarthy twist in the wind to dragging out player contracts, the franchise's indecision is hurting its reputation. If Jerry Jones and the front office truly believe Tomlin is the better coach, they need to act quickly. Hesitation could mean losing out on other top coaching candidates, or worse, sticking with the status quo and seeing similar results next season. The Chicago Bears have officially requested to interview Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy for their vacant head coaching position. However, as of now, the Cowboys have not responded to that request. This hesitation raises a lot of questions about the direction of this franchise. Is the front office unsure about McCarthy's future? Are they holding on to him out of loyalty? Or is this just another case of the Cowboys' infamous indecision holding them back? After Sunday's disappointing 23-19 loss to the Washington Commanders, Cowboys owner Jerry Jones was grilled about McCarthy's future during a 40-minute press conference. His response didn't inspire confidence. "I don't know that I'm considering making a coaching change is really what I'm trying to say. That's far from a vote of confidence, and yet McCarthy himself has expressed a desire to stay. Absolutely, I want to remain with Dallas," McCarthy told reporters earlier this week. The mixed messaging isn't new for the Cowboys. It's a pattern that has left fans and players scratching their heads. The Cowboys' inability to make swift, decisive moves is becoming a recurring theme, and it's starting to hurt the franchise. Let's break this down. While the Cowboys deliberate, other teams are moving quickly. The Detroit Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson and former Tennessee Titans head coach Mike Vrabel are already scheduled for multiple interviews. The longer Dallas waits, the slimmer their chances of landing a top-tier replacement if they decide to part ways with McCarthy. Whether you're a McCarthy fan or not, it's hard to argue that this limbo is fair to him. If the Cowboys don't plan to re-sign him after his contract expires on January 14th, they should let him explore other opportunities. Holding him back only damages his relationship with the organization. The Cowboys' struggles to make timely decisions aren't limited to coaching. Earlier this season, they waited until hours before their first game to finalize Dak Prescott's 4-year, $240 million deal. These distractions create instability, which could be one reason the team finished 7-10 this season, their worst record under McCarthy. Let's take a moment to evaluate McCarthy's time with the Cowboys. In his 4 seasons with Dallas, 3. 12-win seasons, 1 playoff win, 1 missed playoff appearance, 2024. While the regular season success is commendable, the lack of postseason victories looms large. Cowboys fans expect more, and rightfully so. But does that mean McCarthy is the root of the problem? The Cowboys' challenges run deeper than coaching. A lack of organizational clarity and decisiveness has plagued this team for years. Consider this coaching contracts. Multiple coaches, including some of the highest-paid members of McCarthy's staff, were working on 1-year deals this past season. That kind of instability doesn't build confidence or foster success. Player contracts. We've already mentioned the delays in securing deals for Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. These drawn-out negotiations create unnecessary distractions and set a bad tone for the locker room. If the Cowboys want to compete with the NFL's elite, they need to address these underlying issues. All right, now it's time for you to weigh in. Would you trade for Mike Tomlin if it meant giving up a first-round pick? Is McCarthy still the right man for the job, or is it time for a change? What should the Cowboys prioritize this offseason? A new coach, roster upgrades, or both? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get this debate rolling because we want to hear what you think. The Cowboys are at a crossroads, and the decisions made this offseason will shape the franchise for years to come. Whether it's sticking with McCarthy, trading for Tomlin, or exploring other options, one thing is clear: change is coming. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your fellow Cowboys fans. We'll be here all offseason to keep you updated on every twist and turn. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, go Cowboys!